It is great to be together worshiping our Father in heaven this morning. Kind of a special guest today, our good friend Scott Mathis, who's came to us a little while back and said, God is moving in my life, just something on my heart, I want to share it with you. And so I'm going to open up to Scott right now. He's going to share what God's doing in his life.
Thank you. Man, before I came up here, I asked Jesus to help me out and help me get through this. He said, well, I've been wanting you to do this for 3 years. Actually, 3 years ago this month. I'm celebrating this month of April, and he sent me here, pretty much kicked me in here and said, I want you to meet some people. Years ago, I started saying a simple prayer, God, lead me in the direction you want me to go. To be honest with y'all, years ago, I made a bad decision. I was in my younger 20s, and I'm just hard-headed. I mean, a little naive, and I'm glad he let me talk at the end, because I just want to let God, when he speaks to me, I got to go with it. So, like I said, I made a bad decision in my childhood. I'm from Columbia, outside of Columbia, a little town called South Congaree, a little small town and a little tight-knit town, and we've always stuck together. I've been blessed to have a good family, and to be honest, we wasn't in church every time the door was open. And to be honest with you, if you said something about Sunday school, I said, Sunday school? I ain't going to school on no Sunday. So it was easier for my parents to say, let's just let them. So I weighed about 10 pounds when I was born, and my old daddy said, yeah, you've been a handful ever since. So, anyway, like I said, I made a bad decision. But in my teenage years, I started getting this void in my life, and I could not fill it up for the life of me. I couldn't be content. I tried to fill it up with everything, material things, cars, motorcycles. And when I was a teenager, everything had to look just good, And to be honest, a couple of my friends here today, and they have stuck with me. In my teenage years, I had this void, but I was kind of like the leader of the pack. So, all right, now y'all tighten up. Y'all ain't doing something right. But my early 20s, I made a bad mistake, and just that simple decision. Just don't take but one bad decision when you're young, and it can just throw you off bat. My best friend's here. He's a police officer, been a police officer for 20 years, and he wrote a little story about our life to get to the nutshell. Two friends living in two different worlds. And like I say, he didn't make that decision. I did. And we were very passionate about talking to young people about that wrong decision. And there's some young people here, but you got to realize, what I didn't realize is that once you do that stuff, it messes up the chemicals in your brain, and it don't matter how tough you are, it's going to bring you down. And so anyway, I prayed that prayer to come, where you want me to go? And I love Charleston. We're going downtown when we leave here to see the Blue Angels fly. We just love Charleston. Man, I can't wait. So I love being by the ocean. I love just seeing the sun on my face. And so anyway, my best friend kept saying, you got to find somebody in your life that can mentor you and has been through it, because I can't do it, Scott. And I thank God I can't, because I wasn't there the night you did that mess, because I'd be screwed up too. And he's always lifted me up. My dad has always fixed everything in my life. He works on cars, and he's had fixed everything. And when I was a kid, he'd come home from work greasy and let's do this. And I said, Dad, I'll be smiling. I said, what you done broke now? What can I get me something to eat first? And then, well, I hope you fix it, but just let me. What you got? He'd fix mini bikes, everything. And it was my job to hold the flashlight, and so I'd be in there, he'd fix it, and I'd be like, and he said, can you just hold the flashlight right here? So listen, I'm going to get ready to close with this. Of all this I went through, it's brought us so close to God, my whole family. And I believe he's used that to make me stronger. The devil messes with me to this day. I'm no angel, by no means, and I had it all wrong. All of us over here, we had it, my buddies, we had it wrong when we was younger. You got to realize, come to him like you are, because we was like, well, when I get this right, I'm going to follow you. No, you got it all wrong. And I said, thank God. But no, I'm not going to close it. Forgive me, I'm sorry as I can be. But listen, I moved here. I came down here with just a couple $100 and got a motel. I'm a truck driver by trade, been all over this beautiful country. And I've been running from my problems. I would even say, God, this is a pretty country. And he don't have us here to be acting like a bunch of idiots. I mean, we're here to glorify him. So I called this ad in the paper 3 years ago. We went into recession. things was booming, and I could pick and choose. By the grace of God, I could pick and choose a job. You know, I shouldn't be up here right now. So I called this one BW Mitchum truck driving company, and something about that lady on the Marie Smith. I know y'all know her, most of you do. And she just got this pep about her, and I went and seen her and put an application, and she had a cross on her neck. And listen, at that time they invited me. They didn't have no clue what I was going through, so she invited me to church. And I come in, and when I walked in that door, I felt Jesus just all around here. He's telling me to come here. And on the back table, we've got these brochures called Celebrate Recovery. I was just drawn to go over there and pick this up. Now, this program's been around a long time. And I was reading it, and I was like, you know what? Man, I realize I'm not God. I realize I'm powerless. And I gave God my mustard seed a long time ago. So I'm reading it, and I'm drawn to this man upstage. I'm looking at this because I'm from the traditional church, but man, I love this one. God. I'm reading it, and I'm drawn to this man with a guitar, and I'm like, something ain't right. But I said, but to be honest with you, and we're tight now, but I said, man, he thinks he's, we're going to have to be, but look, I said, man, he thinks he's cool with that guitar. And, I'm like, and I said, he thinks he's something else. So I said, but then I go back to reading this. And so, and the first thing, one of the things he said, man, he didn't learn to play that guitar in that church. There ain't no way. They just don't teach that in church. If it did, I want to learn. So I left, and I was so blessed. I got my cell phone. I was like, man, this is it. And I called the number on the back of the church, back of this building. It's the church phone. There's not no cell phones. Church phone number. I called it. I'm going to get to the end of this. I called it. And if you know Ted Baker, he's not in his office saying, I can't wait till the next customer. He answered the phone. I said, yeah, this is Ted Baker. I said, I got this brochure, and I'm at James Island Baptist Church. I said, yeah, that's our church. I'm the worship pastor. Man, don't tell me you're the man with the guitar. Yeah. Now, I could not wait to get to that meeting. For the first year of that meeting, I'm getting ready to close. First year of that meeting, I come there, I sitting there. I can't say I always kept my mouth shut, but I kept in. I asked questions, and I watched him. I said, I need this. I need this man to teach me. He has, and he's like the godfather of our group. You don't want to let him down. I'm not. I'm here to stay. So this is kind of like part one. 5 more years, hopefully I'll be here. But my dad told me this. He told me this, and this is it. I promise him, shut up. He told me this. He said, Scott, if you just let Jesus be the one to hold the flashlight, I promise he will fix you. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Scott.